me?
I can see you, even though I have to take off my glasses. And look, I decided that you deserved one of my nicest bits of china, and I'll pretend it's a cup of tea.
I have my love.
Oh.
This won't be on video, will it, Anna?
I have recorded it.
Oh,
but
no, I didn't put it in.
Yes.
No, that sounds good. And I feel really natural speaking to you.
Thank you. I'm not a sort of, my daughter's sneaking away. I was supposed to film in a very nice, isolated place with my books behind me, but the connection wasn't fast enough. So now I'm in my living room.
Yeah.
So
and I'm sitting at my kitchen table.
There you go.
And I've got the back door shut because the dog next door barks too much.
And you launched your book last month and had the biggest response, the most joyous pictures. But it's not like the launch finishes a few weeks after it comes out. So how are you feeling about all the changes?
I'm going to be totally honest. I'm going to be totally honest because I feel if I can't talk to other writers and talk to you, you work for 5 or 6 years, you work your guts out. I put my job on hold this year to promote the book. I promised myself when I started writing, I would just keep going until it was the best book it could possibly be.
Yeah.
And then a publisher would take it and then I would keep working so it could be the most successful. And I feel, I've had a good 5 weeks of publicity. Allen and Unwin have been amazing. They could not have done anything more. They've been amazing. Like, I'm so grateful. But I feel like now with the coronavirus, which is out of everybody's hands, that second wave of publicity that keeps your book on the shelf, that's not going to be here for me or for other people who have, who were published in February. And so numbers will be down. This is me thinking at my worst. Numbers will be down, books won't sell, promotions won't happen, and so the book doesn't get that long chance that I would have liked for it to have. And that, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go back to work if it keeps happening. I'm not going to be able to dedicate myself as much as I wanted to. I'll have to teach over Skype, maybe, if things turn out. It's also unknown, isn't it? And maybe I'm a little bit obsessive, I don't know. But that's how I honestly feel.
But there's a chance that things will kind of freeze and pause a bit. And I think there's a chance that people are going to put more effort in, like we're seeing at the moment. And I don't know how that will ride, because sometimes you get the big peak of, let's support everybody. And then you get or, you'd think the Writers' Fireys thing, everyone sort of thought, that'll be a nice moment. And then you look what happened and it was huge. And I just wonder if people are going to be so aware of the changes to the industry that the extra support will be there. And it's hard to know which industries will be affected. So would books still be delivered to bookshops? Would bookshops still be able to deliver? Those sorts of things are going to matter. Any industry that delivers may do better than the ones that are service industries where you have to be face to face. So there are chances it could.
There are chances.
That's my positive brain side speaking. The other side's saying what you're saying.
Is it? I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like I have my positive side too, and I think, there is the opportunity the other way. It might go the other way. But I suppose overridingly, I think about the economy and how people, I know myself, I haven't spent this week what I might have spent last week. I've been really careful. And I don't know, do people see books as something that they buy when they've got a fair bit of money?
Well, I don't know if that will change. I have a feeling that, if people were going to buy the books, they're going to continue to buy the books. If they would normally only buy ebooks, then they're okay. If they normally buy paperback books, they might either still get them delivered or turn to ebooks. So things just might change. I mean, for the disability community, I think there's this little strange swell of excitement that finally we're going to have more access than we had before. So more things would be possible, because I was worried about being able to do the number of events I'd want to do.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm a head first person. I jump in. I'll be like, oh, let's do everything.
So am I.
Until I get there and then I go, oh, 2 days in a row. Now I'm going to have a meltdown. So, because, I'm not very good at anticipating what will happen. And I've tried over the last 2 years to really push myself and figure out what I can achieve so I don't overcommit. But I'm not quite sure I know what it will be like to go through that third launch month and things. So, I mean, of course I don't know. So there's a chance for me that this will give me distance to actually do better.
Yeah.
Personally, whilst having more challenges at home, because there's no one else doing the full-time care of my kids. So, how do I juggle, like today with the technical things that I've come into the house, the living room area, my daughter can only ride her bike for so long, and there's, different, one kid with a fever and one with it, and it's present now in my work here rather than me being out in my own room. And so that will become a bigger part of my life, trying to put them in the same space, which is not ideal.
And which is why I'm trying to Skype my lessons.
Yeah.
Because I feel you can't teach as well over Skype as what you can face to face.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind about that. But I think you need to keep your home virus free. Isn't that awful? Who would have thought I would have said that a month ago?
Yeah.
And if I can still provide that service over Skype, then, and it provides me my income. So, because as we all know, royalties don't come in for many months, if indeed you get them at all. I want to say a few things. I want to say that Allen Unwin are the best publisher in the world. They are amazing.
I am glad to hear it.
Publicity and marketing and support and kindness, and I honestly do feel, it sounds really cliche, but I do feel like I've been taken in, and they've wrapped their arms around me and they're looking after me. I would not, if my second book is finished, and I would not go anywhere else. I think they're an amazing publisher, and every single person, and one of the things I've learned is so many people are involved in that book publishing process.
So many people.
Yeah, so many people.
And editors. It's like you just want their name on the cover, and you want to not have your watch make a giant noise when you're in the middle of an interview. Just the basics.
It's all right, I'm waiting for my phone to go off. The other thing is, before all this coronavirus, I was learning so many new skills. So I don't have kids in the home anymore. I live on my own. And, things that I would never have done, like this today. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have known where to go or what to do, or Twitter.
I couldn't do this a week. I couldn't do this time yesterday.
No, so it's good in that way. And that's come about from publishing, because you're meeting demands of other interviewers who expect a certain level of tech savviness, but also, I'm just turning that off, also promotion-wise, it's all, so that's a good thing. You said Susan is a nice person and she makes everyone feel better, and I'm not doing that. I'm really sorry. I suppose I'm just going...
No, but no. But honesty on how you're feeling about it makes people feel better, because they don't feel alone. Yeah. If we all just happy-go-lucky our way along, then all the people who are actually crashing inside are going to think they're the only one And there's nothing worse than thinking you're the only one suffering.
Mm.
And even though my instinct is always, and this is the inappropriate side of me as well, is like the worse things get, the more I smile. So, you know, if you, it's a terrible thing. It can be really inappropriate at times, but then also the better things get, I crash. So, you know,
I'm like that too.
I can't.
People say to me, I'm sorry, Anna. People say to me, oh, how are you feeling? You must be feeling great. Your book's been published. And I can never come back with, oh, it's amazing. Or it's so I always come back with, well, you know, whoa.
I think it's when you get used to preparing yourself and bracing yourself for the worst, you then never want to buy into it. You don't want to buy into the happiness or excitement, because then you're going to crash.
Yeah, okay.
There's a definite self-protection that goes on there. But when everything's crap, I'm free. I can do whatever I like.
So am I. So am I. When
It's all
things
crap.
are the worst, that's when I'm strongest. And when things are the best, I always look at it with half an eye closed, thinking. One thing too we should say is those people whose books are getting published this month, like I can't even imagine that. The work that goes into so when are you being published?
May, 28th of April goes into bookstores.
Okay.
So I've got a couple of weeks where I'm finding the people coming out. I've got Lauren later today, people who are coming out this month, and we're just going to support them all we can.
Yes, because so many people have got it worse, more difficult. I think about people who are waitressing and living week to week. God, so many people have got it worse. My really good friend has just joined up with Meals on Wheels this morning because she heard that they are doing toilet paper deliveries with the food. You know? So we've got to think about too how much worse it is for so many other people. Many other people.
Well, I rang my grandma, who's nearly 94, bless her, in the UK. You know, who they rely on people coming in to see them, you know, the mental health of the people who are inaccessible now in that way. But thank goodness she has FaceTime, so we can all call her and have a chat. And I don't think she's realised the extent of the problem, so she's safe in that way. But my mother-in-law's on chemotherapy and in her 80s and living remote Queensland. So we're not thinking about that one very hard right now because so for whatever worries we have with our books, if the printing presses don't shut down,
we just have to forge ahead.
We'll just keep going. And I was just talking to Kay, and she was saying that the launches just might be delayed, and we'll do them later, and we'll kind of bundle in with a few extra people. And I think I think people will try and be as supportive as they can be to make up for what they know is the loss. I think I worry about, like you're saying, people published in February, because yes, we've got new books coming and we're worried about them, but there's this, you know, there's the time that just happened that we can't kind of forget that those books still need the support even now. We'll just keep doing what we can do and trust that they're going to keep us safe, because nothing's going to happen if we all just cark it.
Agreed. And I think we have to keep writing, because writing saves us. You know, writing saved me once before. If I hadn't had writing after my husband died, if I hadn't had writing, I wouldn't have had a reason to get up in the morning. I wouldn't have had structure to my life. I wouldn't have, that's a terrible word, but I would not have had a reason to be. You know, writing gave me hope. It gave me an identity. It gave me a sense of belonging to people that understood what was really important to me.
And a community. I am so amazed at this community. I don't think I'll ever stop being amazed.
I agree. So maybe we just, despite all the problems with publication and promotion and numbers of books, maybe what we need to focus on is just back to that thing that we do so well and that we love.
And why we do it.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's really hard through promotion. One thing I've found in the last month, I haven't been able to write at all. because I've been so focused on interviews and things like that. But I think after I finish with you today, Anna, beautiful Anna, you're lovely. No, you're lovely. Your face is so open. You're beautiful.
I've got rashes and I've got scars, but I'm okay with them.
You're beautiful.
I've just decided it's going to be fine.
Look at me. I'm nearly 60 and I'm sitting without any makeup. After I finish with you, I'm going to go and see if I can get some toilet paper. Apparently there's a period in Aldi between 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. They can't tell me exactly when they arrive, but some period in there. So I'm going to go out and see if there's any more toilet paper, because
you were going to say you were going to write.
I've got 8 there on the floor and that's it. And I'm not sure. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to write. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to write. And I'm going to write all
I've got some really good recipes and methods for making what would be really nice toilet paper. If you've got old drafts, and I used to make paper, and the problem with the paper that I made was that you couldn't write on it because it was a bit like toilet paper. And you can add glitter. So now I'm thinking, great, we'll make paper, add glitter, glittery bums for all the writers.
Glittery anuses.
Yep. Because you know what? Everything's crap, so we're going to make it sparkly crap.
I like it. I really like it. In fact,
what writers do.
If I find any toilet paper at Aldi, I'm going to come home and I'm going to sprinkle some glitter on it, because I'm not sure I can make my own paper, but I could certainly make the paper prettier.
That's right. Oh dear, it's all over, Red Rover. Thanks for coming along. Bye.
Thank you. It's been lovely, Anna.
The number you have dialed has been changed.